You may now.
I'm going to show you what the market states to be the 56G, 57G, and 58G. Some of you recognize those items.
Am I able to?
Yeah. Please open.
I can open them. This first one was 58G, I believe. It's 2 glass jars that was recovered inside the vehicle.
You know where the vehicle those 2 jars were?
It should have been underneath the passenger seat. 56G is the marijuana recovered from within the vehicle. 57G is the tan cloth bag that the marijuana and some of the items was inside that was recovered underneath the passenger seat of the vehicle as well.
And those 3 exhibits appear to be exhibits that you collected the advanced slides.
Yes, ma'am.
You're on this time, so like 76 exhibit 56G, 57G, and 58G as evidence.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
All right, anybody else? All right, hearing no objection, states 56G, 57G, and 58G are admitted. May be published as you see fit.
Thank you, Your Honor. And first, in looking at 56G, is this an individual package you saw?
Yes, ma'am.
And were they all inside this bag?
Yes, ma'am.
And the money that was found, how much money was it?
It was $19 in cash in different denominations.
And was that found in this bag as well?
I believe so.
Okay. And the firearm, did you collect the firearm as well?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you place that firearm in property?
Yes, ma'am.
By chance, do you know the day where that firearm was?
No.
After collecting this evidence and taking out the arrest warrant, did that conclusion involve as relates to this case on that day?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Now, I want to talk to you specifically about the Zone 3 or Cleveland Avenue area. While you were on patrol or working in that area, either as a patrol officer or a crime suppression unit officer, were you aware of any gang activity in that community?
Yeah, we were, we learned about general gang activity or gangs that may be operating in that area, but as far as being a gang, that wasn't me.
That was
that Cleveland Avenue area may be occupied by Bloods, YSL, Rock Crew, just to name a few.
All right, court's indulgence. I have no further questions.
Cross. All right, Ms. Sharp, go ahead whenever you're ready, sir.
Thank you, Doc. Deputy King.
Hey,
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good.
All right. I represent Shannon Stillwell. Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. First of all, I just want to ask, during this encounter, during this police stop, was Shannon Stillwell cooperative? Was he a gentleman?
I didn't have any issues with him.
Thank you. Now, the marijuana, the items that were found in the car, I want to talk to you a little bit. I'm not going to say it's borrow. Can I have a glove?
So there's an extra one up here if you want it.
We're talking about pills that were in a pill bottle, correct?
Yes,
Prescribed to Marquisha Please.
yes,
And Marquisha Please, you learned, was the girlfriend of Trontavia Stevens.
yes,
Okay. And the pills that were prescribed to Marquisha Please were in this brown sack, correct?
I believe so.
Okay. Also in this brown sack was the marijuana in the glass jars, correct?
Yes,
Okay. And the money was also in this brown sack, correct?
yes.
All under the front passenger seat.
Passenger seat.
Gotcha. Under the passenger seat.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Now the firearm, do you recall, and I understand this is, we're talking about 8 years ago. Do you recall if the firearm was in this bag or not?
I can't recall if it was in the bag, but I know it was underneath the seat as well.
Okay, it was underneath the seat. You're not sure if it was in the same bag as the pills that were prescribed to Trontavia Stevens' girlfriend?
No.
Was the firearm, were the glass jars or the firearm, were they ever processed for, to your knowledge, for fingerprints or DNA or anything like that?
To my knowledge, I'm not aware. Once we place it in property, the property officers, they handle that.
Okay. Okay, and just so we're clear, Trontavia Stevens, you made the decision. Were you in charge of what to charge and who to charge?
I was a charging officer, yes.
Along with Officer Ledesma? Is that
Yes.
fair to say you consulted with each other?
Yes,
Okay, and you made the decision to charge all three individuals in the car with the gun and the drugs?
yes,
Okay, and to be clear, the car, the Civic, it was a Civic, correct?
yes, it was.
Okay, the Civic belonged to Miss Marquisha Please.
Yeah, she was a registered owner.
Okay, and her boyfriend, Trontavia Stevens, was driving.
Yes,
And my client, Shannon Still, was in the backseat.
yes,
Okay. Regarding Mr. Stevens, you recognized him from a previous incident a couple weeks before this incident, correct?
yes,
In that incident, you were serving backup to Officer Law and Officer Collins in their arrest, correct?
yes,
And that arrest was of Trontavia Stevens
yes, I believe so.
for drug charges.
I believe so.
Okay. And Trontavia Stevens, in this case, after you made those charging decisions to charge all three individuals with both the gun and the drugs, he claimed the items, or he attempted to claim the items?
Yes,
Okay. In the search of the car, you took part in the search of the car?
yes,
Okay, in the search of the car, did you note any gang-related paraphernalia or anything inside the car?
no, I didn't document any gang paraphernalia.
Okay, and in your charging decisions that you and Officer Desmond made, did you charge any of the individuals in the car with violation of the Gang Act, the Georgia Gang Act?
No,
Okay, I have no further questions, thank you.
Any further cross councils? Anyone? Any redirect?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
First, do you see Mr. Shannon Stillwell in court today?
yes, ma'am.
If you can identify him by article of clothing, can you identify him by article of clothing he's wearing?
It's gonna be the gentleman wearing the brown blazer with the black turtleneck in the far back left corner of the courtroom.
Your Honor, please let the record reflect that, Deputy Henniger has identified Mr. Stillwell.
Michelle.
About the gun, were you ever able to run it to determine if it was stolen or not?
I was not able to, the serial number was scratched off.
And would it have been a general practice to run it if the serial number was not obliterated?
Yes, ma'am.
Where you found the drugs, you said it was under the passenger seat.
Yes,
Was it close to the front passenger seat, the back passenger seat, the middle, or do you remember?
it was just underneath the passenger seat.
And where Mr. Stillwell was sitting, where was he sitting at inside of the car?
Directly behind the passenger seat.
In his position, could he have access to where you found the drugs?
Yes,
And when you spoke to Mr. Stevens about the claiming, this was after the fact.
yes.
No further question.
Anything further?
Just so we're clear, 3 people were charged with 1 gun, correct?
Yes,
Okay, and the location where ultimately the stop took place was at Trontavia Stevens' grandmother's house, correct?
well, the violation occurred at Macon and Springside, but the final stop of the vehicle was at his grandmother's house.
And how far was that from the spot of the violation?
It had been 4 or 5 houses down from it.
Okay, thank you.
Anything further?
Actually, yes, Judge. Just a couple questions if I can. Deputy Candace, I heard you, a little while ago, you identified Shannon Stillwell in the court. You don't see Trontavia Stevens, do you?
No, sir.
Okay. $19 was how much was recovered from the car? 19 bucks?
Yes,
That was in the same bag, right, with the marijuana and the pills prescribed to Ms. Please?
yes, I believe.